Welcome to Crypto Corner, everyone, your crypto radar for the latest news, reviews and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrency market. Now, yesterday actually, in my previous episode and also in my newsletter which I sent out yesterday, I promised that I will reveal the coins that I'm currently trading and I see potential for gains in March. So this is the topic of today's episode. Now, before we start, I want to remind you that this is not a financial or investment advice. I give you my personal opinions and commentary on the market movements and help you further your research. You should take my videos as one of the many sources that you use in your research. And with this said, let's dive into these altcoins, starting with ADA, Cardano. In fact, Cardano has been had quite a bull run since for the last few months. And as we can see, over the last month, it's added 267%. Over the last 3 months, it's added 666%. So it's really been jumping in value. And yesterday, they finally launched their Mary hard fork, which is an upgrade on their protocol, making it one of the most important events of this month. And the upgrade is expected to bring Cardano closer to realizing its potential in regards to building NFTs, DeFi and stable coins, and providing users with the opportunity to issue and distribute tokens on the Cardano blockchain. Mary is only the second out of 3 hard forks that actually paved the way for the integration of smart contracts and add the ability to build decentralized applications, dApps, on the Cardano platform. So this was really an important upgrade, and this is also why we were seeing all of this huge price appreciation in Cardano. It hasn't quite finished yet though, it continues, and if we look at the chart, we are seeing that it's finally reached a new all-time high price of 1.54 on the 27th of February, and it's decreased since then. It's going through a correction. Nevertheless, it is still trading above the previous all-time high resistance area at $1, and the trend can be considered bullish as long as it's doing so. We can see we are following this trend line here, and we haven't actually broken down from this trend line. We are very close to breaking down below this trend line, however, so it is important to watch that. And if we break below, then we can go and retest the lower support levels. We have the 50-day moving average, which will be holding us at 1.16, and if that's getting tested out and breaks down from it, if it doesn't hold, then we have a lower support, which is the 100-day moving average, which is at $1. So both of these are support levels that should be holding us quite safely, and what we are seeing is that the price rally seems to be correcting approximately 30% since it hit the $1 level. So therefore, if something similar is to happen right now, that means that we can drop further down all the way to $1 pretty much, 1.2. This will be a 30% correction. So we can expect that. It doesn't have to happen, but it is something that is possible. Also, with the hard fork already happening yesterday, we are seeing a bit of a sellout. This is why we are seeing this huge red candle here, because it is kind of a typical scenario of buy the news, buy the rumor, sell the news. So the hard fork happened, and of course many people rushed into selling because there was a lot of buying happening prior to the hard fork in anticipation of this hard fork. Also, some people still believe that every hard fork is going to bring them extra coins, which is not really the case. In this case, when the hard fork is just an upgrade that is non-contentious, and it's everyone is accepting it and everything, it doesn't split the chain, it doesn't create a new coin or anything like that. Therefore, there isn't anything that much to gain from this hard fork, except there's a lot to gain in terms of improvement on the system and the protocol, and bringing more utility and more features to the Cardano network, but you're not gaining a new coin or anything like that. So this is why we saw a little bit of a sellout, but it is not a huge sell-off. However, this actually brings a good buying point here. So right now we are in levels that are good for accumulation. Of course, you have to watch if we break below this trend line here. If we do, as I said, we can go lower, and that would be even more chance for you to accumulate cheaper. However, Cardano is still going strong, especially with this hard fork, and because the hard fork happened and it's successful and everything, we are going to see a lot more appreciation in the price of Cardano, and I believe that it's going to $2. This is why for me Cardano is one of the top coins for March as well. Now, in my newsletter yesterday, I said that the Cardano upgrade is coming on the 15th of March, but this was a mistake on my part. I got mixed up with the NEM upgrade. Sorry about this, but let's look at NEM for this reason. NEM, New Economy Movement. This is a coin that I used to trade long time ago, back in 2017, and then after the whole correction started, I, closed my positions on NEM, and I haven't looked back since then. But they actually plan to release their symbol mainnet on March the 15th. So even though this is similar to the current mainnet, it will provide upgrades in the speed, the usability, and the security overall on the current NEM blockchains. And furthermore, this upgrade is actually coming with an airdrop. So XCM holders, the native currency of NEM, will receive one XYM token, the native currency of the symbol upgrade, for each XCM that they hold at the time of the snapshot, which is on the 12th of March. So this is a reason why we are seeing now a big pump in NEM yet again. In fact, since last year, September, I think it was when I started looking into NEM, and I still didn't get involved though. I didn't buy any, but it is on my radar since then because it's been going up quite steadily, and it's been having a very, very good performance since pretty much last summer. So as we can see, this is the chart on the daily, and what is this? September. So yeah, even before September it was already pumping, but really it started that bull run quite significantly since last September. And clearly, NEM holders, or XCM I should say, it is a bit confusing. The currency is XCM, NEM is the network, New Economy Movement. They were aware of this upgrade and they knew that this is happening, so this is why we saw such a lot of accumulation here in these zones, and we are finally going to see a correction. I'm pretty sure in that very soon. 37 was the biggest correction it did, and that is in January. And now, when the whole market was correcting, it also corrected. But since that correction, 38%, 39, almost 40%. Okay, so it did a 40% correction, which is quite a healthy correction, I must say. It's now pumping quite hard because of this hard fork, because people want to actually get the extra coins. That will be the snapshot will be on the 12th of March, which means that right now we have a very small window for making any gains, and I feel that the price has already topping up. At the moment of the fork, pretty much hours after the snapshot is taken, we will be seeing a dump in this coin. However, because this upgrade will be bringing speed and security and other upgrades to this to the NEM network, we will be seeing further appreciation in the price of this token. This is why if it might be too late to get involved right now, but watch out for that dip. So as soon as the selling starts on the 12th of March, it will go down, and for a few days probably it will be going down. This will bring a good accumulation point for you if you are looking into buying XCM, the currency of NEM. So first of all, you could get it right now and get the extra tokens, but you have to be aware that there will be a dump following the snapshot. So you have to be careful at how much you put in this, how you play it out, whether you sell, whether you buy it now and it goes up and then you sell it at the snapshot so that it doesn't drop below your buy price. These are things that you have to consider, but I'm not I haven't bought into them, and what I will be doing is I will just monitor the price and I will be looking for that dip. I want to see how low we go on that dip and whether I want to actually buy the dip. So this is what I will be doing, and bear in mind there's a lot of buying that happened in this region here. All of these buyers are going to be looking into selling before it goes down below their buy price, and they bought it quite high, so they will have to get out quickly from it. Those buyers that were buying it back in September and earlier at these price levels, they're not going to be worried, because even though it can drop another 40% from here, it will go down to these price levels at 40 cents or something like that. If they bought it at 10 cents or below 10 cents, then for them this is still they're in profit, so they're not really worried. But those buyers that are buying right now in the last few days, they will have to exit really quickly. So this is what is happening with NEM. Okay, moving on to the next one, Scale Network. This is a network that aims to provide a solution to Ethereum's scalability issues. It's dubbed the Elastic Blockchain Network. The project has been in development for several years before its first exchange listing last year, and it proposes to solve the issue of Ethereum scalability by allowing developers to create secondary blockchains. These are fully decentralized chains that would be instantly compatible with the Ethereum network. Now, building such chains enables developers to connect projects directly to the Ethereum platform. However, Scale's technical proposition is to enable developers to use Scale's elastic chains, and these chains, which can process 2,000 transactions per second, let developers create computationally intense applications. So this is bringing innovation, and because it is related to Ethereum and is solving Ethereum scaling solutions, it's actually quite a hot topic right now. So SKL is the ticker, the symbol ticker of the Scale network, and it's another one that I'm currently buying. In fact, what I'm doing is I'm getting out of Ethereum. I still keep my long-term Ethereum hold, but I went quite heavily on Ethereum in the last 3 months because it was outperforming Bitcoin. However, with the Ethereum network fees getting really, really high and everyone starting to complain about them and moving away to other blockchains and everything, I feel that right now Ethereum is kind of plateauing in terms of price. It's still recovering from its drop and everything, but I don't think it's going to recover as much as some other cryptos. And SKL is one of those that is bringing innovation right now. They're doing a lot of things that are currently happening, while Ethereum 2.0 is still in the process of probably by the end of the year we're going to see some movement in there, and Ethereum will do well overall, but in the short term, in this month, I'm not really seeing Ethereum doing anything spectacular. This is why I'm allocating a lot of my Ethereum that is on exchanges to ADA and SKL. So this is another token that I'm currently buying. I'm actually expecting this to go to way above $1. If we look at the 3.618 Fibonacci level, which is an important level, this is taking us to 92 cents. And then if we look higher than that, we have 105. So these are the first two price targets that I have for SKL. Of course, we have some other resistances along the way, but I'm talking if this really starts blowing up, and these kind of price movements are possible in terms of a low market cap coin that is very undervalued as of right now, and that is still in its early stages of price discovery. I feel that these price targets here are really achievable, and then after that we can talk about whether or not it will be going to $2, but definitely the $1 price range is the first price target that I have here, and that's why I'm actually getting into this coin. Okay, next one on my list, Theta also plans to join the decentralized exchange DEX trend by releasing Theta Swap version 1, the first DEX built on the Theta blockchain, and is another network that is planning to enter the NFT space to launch a non-fungible token marketplace later in the first quarter of this year, alongside the second Theta hackathon. So this is why we're seeing yet another pump in Theta, and I'm actually I've been accumulating this for the last few months, and it is one of those coins that I'm actually feeling will do really well in March. As we can see, this is the trend line here. We are far from the trend line. We are not even close to breaking below or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about it. The uptrend is quite strong here, and what we are doing right now is challenging that all-time high which we printed just a few days ago. I'm not really sure whether we might hit a strong resistance here and rejection, and we can print a double top, in which case we can go and test the lower support levels. We have established quite a strong support around the $3 range, 3.15, 3.20, as low as $3 or 2.99. Actually, we went to retest, but this is a support that is proving to be quite a strong support. This is also the 20-day moving average, and it is acting as a strong support. Another one that I'm also quite bullish for quite some time now, it's Kusama. This is a scalable network of specialized blockchains built using Substrate and nearly same code base as Polkadot. The network is an experimental development environment for teams who want to move fast and innovate on Kusama or prepare for deployment on Polkadot. Kusama was actually founded in 2019 by Gavin Wood, founder of Polkadot and co-founder of Ethereum. So this is ever more the reason for me to be bullish on this coin, and I've been bullish on it for quite some time. I've been talking about it and accumulating it since last year when it was around $40, $50, $60. It is now $225, and at its peak it actually went all the way to $298, so it almost touched the $300 price range, and it's been correcting since. Now this is actually forming something that could look like a head and shoulders pattern, so we have to be cautious about that. If we drop now in the next few days and we form a proper shoulder here, this will be a typical head and shoulders pattern that will signal a further decline in the price. And if we go down, the first stop, of course, is the 20-day moving average, which is at $206. Previously, that acted as a strong support, but a head and shoulders pattern could actually take us below that. And if we do that, we have a support that we've established at 190, and then we have the 50-day moving average, which is at 158. From the price action I've seen so far, I seriously doubt that we will be going that low. I'm seeing that people are really eager to buy Kusama, and they're holding Kusama, so not that many sellers and a lot of buyers. Also, what we are seeing is, as the price was falling here, we had also falling volume, which is a bullish indicator. So to me, this coin will actually do very well in March. I don't really see it going, down below 200 and testing the lower support levels. It is possible. Of course, it will also depend on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin is going through a deeper correction, that would bring the whole crypto market down, and we could see a deeper correction in all of these coins. So even though I'm bullish on these coins that I'm mentioning here, each of these can actually drop much lower than current prices if Bitcoin drops much lower than current prices. So we always have to keep an eye on Bitcoin, and I keep saying that in every video that I do. In case you are missing any of them, you heard it here as well. So we have to watch closely for the price action on this coin, but typically I'm expecting that we will be going to the 300 and above. So it's one of those coins that I'm actually not trading on a short-term basis. I am doing position trading on this one, and I'm holding my positions from back from last year, September, October and everything. So every now and then I do some swing trading, like I did currently, during this correction. I was actually selling it at 270, and at 240 I also sold it, and then I was reaccumulating as we dropped to around 215, 216 and 219. These were the prices that I personally bought it at, but I'm already bought in it. I'm not buying anymore. I'm now just waiting to see how this will play out. Okay, another one is UST, which plans on focusing in the decentralized finance as well for the second half of this year. In order to do that, it has secured numerous partnerships, one of them being Donny Finance, who plans on launching 7 new products this year. In March, an airdrop of their native token DON is planned to be made to all IOST holders, in which 10% of the entire supply of DON will be distributed through the airdrop. This is why we can expect price appreciation. After being rejected briefly prior to reaching an all-time high, its price has returned to the 0.037 support level, and it's expected to bounce as long as it is trading above it. And right now, today actually, we're at 0.042. So if we keep above this level, this is good news. I don't actually have the date for the airdrop. You'll have to do some extra research, but typically what we can expect is the price to keep going up until the date of that airdrop, and then a sudden dump. So you have to be also very careful if you will be trading this prior to the airdrop, because depending on what you buy it at the drop after the at the moment of the snapshot, we will be seeing a lot of people dumping it, and that dip could be quite strong. So if it goes below your buy price, it's a tricky one. So make sure that you keep an eye on the news as well, and find out what is the date for the airdrop, because as I was preparing for this episode, I couldn't find, there was a tweet and I just couldn't find it, but it is announced, so people know about it. And lastly, another coin that I've been accumulating is HBAR, Hedera Hash Graph. In the first quarter of this year, they plan to improve its consensus service in order to be able to scale to at least 10,000 transactions per second. So similarly to Theta, HBAR plans to release a demo application which showcases the use of a layer 2 network in order to issue NFTs, non-fungible tokens. As for its price movement, it has been decreasing since it's reaching an all-time high of 1.65 on the 19th of February. That happened, and it's now inside the 11 cents region. Today we went a little bit higher, 12 cents, but it's still in this, still in the correction period. It still hasn't actually challenged the resistances, and we had a very strong support at the 50-day moving average. We managed to break above the 20-day moving average right now, so the 20-day will be acting as a support, so we'll have to watch out for this level. It should act as a support. If it gets broken down, then we can go lower, but this will be good accumulation points, of course. And if they manage to get into DeFi and NFTs, as you know, is a big market. I've talked about NFTs in my previous episodes quite a lot. Last week I posted another project that is doing NFTs. OVR, make sure that you check this video as well. And before that, I was talking about blockchain cuties, another project that is offering NFTs. So there's a lot of development with the NFT, non-fungible token industry. It is booming right now, as well as DeFi, and a lot of these projects are now getting into, they want a piece of the pie. They're getting into these sectors. So this is exciting times, and I'm seeing potential in HBAR. This is why it's also on my list for March. This episode of Crypto Corner is sponsored by BitYard, which is an exchange that operates in 150 countries and offers spot and leveraged trading on numerous assets, not only on cryptocurrencies, but also derivatives such as crude oil, precious metals, gold, silver, and more, stocks such as Nasdaq, Mini Dow, and more, and they offer up to 100x leverage on many of these investment instruments. They're also one of the few leveraged cryptocurrency exchanges that have regulatory licenses. These include licenses in the USA, Australia, Estonia, and Singapore. BitYard offers extra security to its users by keeping the majority of its funds in cold storage, with only a smaller portion in hot wallets that are used to pay withdrawals. When it comes to the instruments traded on BitYard, these are not futures. They're leveraged contracts that work very much like a contract for difference, CFD. As such, there are no order books at BitYard. When you trade, you are placing a trade that is matched by the exchange themselves. The benefit of this is that you don't get any order slippage on your trades. Last year, they added a very popular feature, copytrading, which allows users that aren't very experienced to take advantage of those who are more skilled and make profits by copying their trades in an automated and uncomplicated way. They also offer up to $258 in bonuses to new users, so use the link in the description below to register and find out more. Okay, so these were my top coins for this month. Of course, I still have my positions in other coins such as Chainlink, Polkadot, Aave, and Cosmos, Atom. Cosmos, these are coins that I'm kind of trading longer term. That's why I didn't mention them in this video, but just for the sake of transparency, you have to know that I'm still holding my positions in these tokens. I'm also holding my position in Ethereum, even though a chunk of it I have allocated to other coins, which I already mentioned. And of course, Binance coin, BNB, even though it's going through quite a correction right now, this was actually a good accumulation point, because with Ethereum struggling and having all these issues with high fees and everything, and BNB with the launch of Binance Smart Chain just over a week ago, they're now really trying to compete. Of course, they are far from competing, and this is also what I mentioned in my newsletter. BNB is not going to replace Ethereum, not yet at least, and it's not going to be a quick process for it, but it is doing quite well in terms of marketing and promoting the BNB coin. So they're getting a lot of traction right now, and you have to watch what is happening in the crypto markets currently. ADA and BNB are giving Ethereum a run for its money, and that's why they're seeing quite a big price appreciation in their tokens. That's why I'm allocating some of my Ethereum into these coins, because in the short term they are actually seeing better performance than what Ethereum is doing. Well, this is everything for today's video, guys. Thanks for staying until the end. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me the thumbs up, leave a comment below. This really helps. This is how you support this channel. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because YouTube is gatekeeping a lot of this crypto content, and you will not be notified unless you instruct YouTube to be notified about these videos. And if you're watching this on any of the other platforms where I'm posting, good for you. I'm posting on Library, BitTube, I'm posting on Publish0x and TokenTuber as well, and of course on my own blog website, crypto-corner.com. So thanks for staying until the end. Thank you for watching this content and for all of your comments. That means a lot to me, and I always go through the comments. If there's any questions, I do try to get them answered here in my videos, so that if one person can benefit from that answer, then maybe other people will benefit from it too. Well, this is everything. I'm signing off, and I'm going to see you in the next one tomorrow.